Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over the cryptocurrency market this Saturday morning for those in the United States. If you're not outside the United States or anywhere else, afternoon or good evening. All right, guys. So here's the deal. There's a correction. Cryptocurrency market and most all the other markets are due for a correction. You see ETH right here. It's made a pretty massive move since the end of June all the way up to here. So it's due for a correction coming up that's probably could take, this went from June to took a month basically to get up there. So that this correction could last for a month and then it's going to move out of there. So I'm going to explain some things to you. First, the DXY went through this count here and in my opinion, it's missing a leg. I know some people probably think it's done. I think this right here is the last little bit for the DXY, more or less. I think it's making it probably an ending diagonal. I could be wrong. I don't think so, though. I think there's just one last one it needs to make. So here's your third wave peak on the daily, your first, your third. It looks like it's coming back around for a fourth on the RSI right there, guys, to swing back up and finish that off, make that divergence right there. Also, too, the VIX. The VIX is on this upward trend right here. This area right here on the VIX is on an upward trend, and it's peeking through that trend line area right now. That means low volatility in the markets. Usually when this trend's down, the markets go up, and this is going down. So this is likely coming into an area to probably do something like, boom, that, or maybe even higher. And if it goes high enough, that could make a bottom, guys, a definite bottom for the markets. Okay. So if you can see here on the VIX, you see this spike, March of 2020. What happened after that right there? What did Bitcoin do right here? Well, it went all up, all the way until right in this area, didn't it? Until it started trending up. Okay. So you want this to come up and then start making a downtrend, okay? So that's why I say that there's likely coins like Ethereum are going to be having a correction here soon to pick it up again and do this all over again, more than likely. And the reason I say that, let me put the candles on. More than likely, the reason I say that is that this is a nice five-wave sequence that it did off the bottom here. Now, can you get some sort of corrective move out of that? You could. The probability is pretty low, in my opinion. It has all the. I made a video about that. It has all the signs and the moves and the fib levels of a five-wave sequence. So the question is, how do I know it's going to correct and go back up again? Okay, there are a few rules for those that don't know. There are a few rules that I'm going to come over here to clear spot on the chart. There are a few rules that will not be broken. Okay, here's a five-wave sequence. Five-wave sequences can never ever be by themselves. The only time that they can is in a move that's called a flat. Okay, as an example, I can show you Elrond right here. You see it has a five-wave move right there, but it's with a flat. So a 3, 3, 5. It's the only time it can be by themselves, okay? So that's the only time that happens. Other than that, the 5 has to have a partner with it. So what that means is somewhere in the mix, there will be another five-wave sequence, okay? And it will be at least an A, a B, and then a C, like so, okay? So now we can go back to the ETH chart right here, and we have a five-wave sequence with ETH right here, guys. So we have a five-wave sequence, however you want to do this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? You technically, I mean, you can make this even more bullish if you want. You could say that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a third wave, like so. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can make it more bullish. Could it be that? It could. It could. Just don't know yet until it completes it. You can have bearish divergence and it could swing back around. You have divergence, bearish divergence there. It'll still swing back around and bust out another 5. if this is a 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so it's going to correct to the box here or have a deep correction down to this box. So at a minimum, ETH is going to make at least an A, B, and then a C. Okay, so it targets up to probably 2,000 on the C leg and maybe as high as 2,400 right there. And the move would be up, another, possible another maybe 2x or something like that. Okay, that's likely, in my opinion, one of the worst case scenarios for Ethereum. However, this now Ethereum can do this move, okay, and it has enough space to correct almost 50% and maintain that sequence. So the only way this sequence can be broken or ruined is it has to go all the way back down here, break that low, back down here again. Okay, so it's got to make a 50% drop down there at least to break all this and say, okay, that was a corrective move. That's the only way you're going to have confirmation. Anybody can come here and say, yeah, it's corrective. It's no good. It's coming back down here. The only way anybody on the planet will know for sure is that ETH has to go from here to there. And then they'll know. Otherwise, nobody knows for sure. I don't know for sure. Maybe it is. It's all about probabilities when it comes to Elliott waves and technical analysis. It's all about probabilities. What's the upside risk? What's the downside risk? Right now, in my opinion, you have coming downside to pick it up on a correction. In my opinion, the upside is a lot higher than the downside with Ethereum in the short term. Okay. Now, am I saying it's going to a fifth wave? Could this be the base of the fifth wave for Ethereum? It could. It could, guys. It very well could be. And Ethereum is that was the base for the fifth wave. And Ethereum's just started, will correct, and it'll go all the way up to these areas for a fifth wave move. It could, guys. Now, in this move that it's going to do right here on the daily chart is going to do what I've said in my previous videos. If this is the wave 1, and it's going to come back down here to here, or maybe even down here, right here. Okay, it could do that. It could come all the way back down there, guys. And personally, I like to see it go back down there. Cheaper the better. But either way, here, and it's going to be the same thing. Nobody is going to be told you so, and then it's going to stop, and then it's going to reverse into possibly a third wave, just like that. That's what the markets do. Up, down, trick people. Trick. Now with Bitcoin, this right here is, just want to make this clear. This is just like right here with Bitcoin. This is like an early Christmas present for me. Okay. This is an early Christmas present because I would like to see some bears get sucked in here, bears get sucked in here, sucked in there, and then really, really suck them in down here. And then Bitcoin just breaks the previous low. And what can it do? Get out of there, right? Like that. Okay. And this is all the while Ethereum can maintain its sequence. I hope that makes sense. So Bitcoin can go down and break that low. It just needs to drop 25%. It can easily do that. Do I think it's going to do that? I don't think so. I don't want to say I don't think so. The probability of it swinging back down near into these areas is very high. If this is some sort of end of a correction, say impulsive or bullish type correction, the probability of Bitcoin getting really, really close to the bottom areas back right over here is high, in my opinion. If it goes right past it, well, then you have your answer on what this really was. Okay, but you can't get bullishness or bearishness out of that. That's one of these. Bitcoin is one of these assets right now that it's very it's hard to suss out what exactly is going on in here. You can go both ways with that. And this is another reason, Bitcoin is another reason why you should be paying attention only to the Bitcoin charts. Doing technical analysis only with Bitcoin is absolutely crazy. And not only is it crazy, you would drive yourself crazy because it's very, very difficult to suss out what's going to be happening next only with the Bitcoin chart. You need the DXY, You need the VIX. You need a whole bunch of a suite of other charts to try to determine, is it at the bottom, is it going up, etc. So that's why that's important. Now, here's another thing too I wanted to show you guys. I found rather interesting about Bitcoin for those that are kind of into charts or maybe Elliott wave with Bitcoin. I'm going to show you, this is interesting. I was looking at this chart, had it up on my computer screen, kind of like this, like you see it right now. And I was just looking at it going, wondering, I was really studying the pattern of this right here on Elrond. And then I put this over here on Elrond. I said, I'm starting to really like Elrond right here in this area. I am. I think maybe there's potential, a lot of upside to for Elrond in that area, guys. So, but at the same time, I was looking at this move, and then this move, and then this move, and you notice a pattern here, right there. Well, let's go ABC, a flat. I went up on ABC, ABC. Check out Bitcoin. Where's the peak on Bitcoin? I've said all along. Let me go out to the daily chart on Bitcoin. I'll show you something. Bitcoin's peak is right there. 20th of February, 21 February 2021. Over here. This one's about the 8th of February, went all the way into March right there, 20 February 2021. This went up. Elrond went up a little bit on a three-way swing down, a three-way swing up, and then down in a 5. Bitcoin ended right here. Went down in a three-way swing, went up in a three-way swing, and down in 5. It's like over here. And now Elrond went up in a three-wave swing. Bitcoin went up in a three-wave swing. Elrond went down in a three-wave swing. And Bitcoin went down in a three-wave swing. Just food for thought. If you think Elrond is bullish or has a potential to become bullish, then more than likely you probably think that Bitcoin is going to be becoming bullish. Like I said before, the answers are not going to be found. If you're looking for answers about Bitcoin, you're not going to find them only in the Bitcoin chart. If you try to, you'll drive yourself crazy. If you made it all the way to the end of my video, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.